NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Olga Taran. I'm founder and editor-in-chief of Hello Monaco magazine, and you're watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Little Singers of Monaco performed in Ljubljana on July the 23rd as part of their annual European tour. The choir gave a concert at the Franciscan Church of the Annunciation, showcasing a program of sacred music, French songs and Monegasque pieces. Founded in 1974, the ensemble includes 23 young singers aged 9 to 17 and has now performed in 45 countries, with Italy the next stop on this year's tour. With soaring temperatures and an increased wildfire risk across southern France, Monaco's firefighters are stepping up their preparedness through weekly summer training exercises that started on July the 23rd. Using the 30-30-30 rule to assess fire danger, crews practice vegetation fire tactics, protecting vulnerable buildings and coordinating operations in challenging terrain. Exercises rotate between the Firefighter and La Condamine fire stations, ensuring all personnel remain ready to respond. Specialized vehicles, hydraulic protection systems and self-protection equipment are tested regularly, helping firefighters respond safely and effectively should major fires threaten the Principality or surrounding region. Monaco's Lamartine space has reopened on July the 23rd after 18 months of restoration following significant water damage, restoring a popular intergenerational community hub in the heart of the Principality. Mayor Georges Marsan joined municipal officials for the inauguration of the 4-story centre, which offers sports, cultural, creative and social activities for residents aged 18 and over. Before its closure, the venue had around 500 members. Alongside familiar activities, the refurbished space introduces new language workshops and sophrology sessions, while continuing to provide administrative and IT support for members. Thousands of the iconic yellow seats from Monaco's Stade Louis II are being given a second life as renovation work continues this summer. Led by Green Monaco and Barbagians Monaco, with support from the Prince's government, nearly 4,500 seats are being reused through donations to sports facilities and community organisations rather than being discarded. The largest shipment of 2,800 seats has been sent to Sanremo's Stadio Comunale, while continuing to provide administrative and IT support for members. It was announced on July the 24th that a Riviera startup is preparing to launch an innovative drone delivery service to boats at sea, following successful test flights in Monaco's Port Hercule. Operating initially from Ljubljana, the fully electric drones will deliver packages weighing up to 8 kilograms directly to vessels anchored offshore, reducing delivery times and emissions. The service is designed to complement existing maritime suppliers by handling the final stage of deliveries. Flyde plans to expand to Monaco and other Mediterranean ports, with further support from Monaco Tech later this year. Monaco marked World Drowning Prevention Day on July the 25th with a public awareness event at the Rainier III Nautical Stadium, organised by the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation in partnership with Monaco City Hall and local emergency services. Visitors watched rescue demonstrations, learned life-saving first aid techniques and explored specialist equipment used by firefighters, the Monaco Red Cross and the Maritime Police. Organisers highlighted the importance of rapid intervention and swimming education in preventing drowning, which claims nearly 300,000 lives worldwide each year. The stadium has already provided 813 swimming lessons in 2025 as part of its prevention programme. Running from July the 25th, the Oceanographic Institute has partnered with SNCF to present Mediterranean A Fragile Jewel, a photography exhibition by underwater photographer Greg Lecoeur, aimed at raising awareness of marine conservation. Displayed in railway stations including Nice, Marseille and Paris, as well as at the Oceanographic Institute, the exhibition showcases the Mediterranean's rich biodiversity while highlighting the environmental pressures it faces. Lecoeur hopes the images will inspire visitors to appreciate and protect the sea. The Friends of the Oceanographic Museum of Monaco launched the Circle on July the 25th, a new corporate membership program during their annual summer party on the museum's rooftop terrace. The initiative encourages businesses to support ocean conservation while helping preserve the museum's historic collections, educational programs, and scientific research. Companies joining the Circle will also gain access to exclusive events and behind-the-scenes experiences. Celebrating its 15th anniversary this year, the Friends Association continues to promote the message that everyone, from individuals to businesses, can play a meaningful role in protecting the world's oceans for future generations. The athletics track at Monaco's Stade Louis II began the process of being resurfaced on July the 27th to maintain its World Athletics certification ahead of future international competitions. The work involves removing the existing surface, applying new resin, and installing a high-performance Konica V Pure track chosen in consultation with the Monegasque Athletics Federation. Certification ensures records set at events such as the Hercules meeting remain officially recognized. The project is due for completion on August 8th, with final homologation by World Athletics expected around the middle of the month. On July the 27th, the new deputy chairman of Monaco's Cardiothoracic Centre, Professor Thierry Messana, outlined ambitious plans to restore the institution's international reputation while driving innovation in cardiac care. Speaking to Monaco Info, the French-Canadian heart surgeon praised the centre's clinical excellence and world-class imaging facilities, but said there is potential to strengthen its global profile through recruitment, research, and cutting-edge technologies, including artificial intelligence. Professor Messana also highlighted advances in minimally invasive and robotic surgery, while reaffirming his commitment to improving women's heart health, an area in which he has been a pioneer through specialist research and dedicated clinical programs. Monaco and Bahrain are seeking to deepen economic cooperation following a visit on July the 28th and 29th by a senior Bahraini delegation to the Principality. Her Excellency Noor Al Khulaif, Bahrain's Minister and Chief Executive of the Economic Development Board, met representatives from Invest Monaco, Société des Bains de Mer, the Yacht Club de Monaco and the University of Monaco to explore future partnerships. Discussions focused on shared strengths in environmental protection, maritime industries and hospitality. The visit also highlighted the success of Monegasque companies operating in the Gulf and builds on previous trade missions, with both countries aiming to develop long-term commercial opportunities. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Olga Taran. I'm founder and editor-in-chief of Hello Monaco magazine. I was born in Soviet Union, in Vladivostok, which is very, very close to China and North Korea and Japan. I was working in several newspapers first. Of course, when we moved to Monaco with my family in 2013, it took me a couple of years to settling our life, because the life in Monaco is quite different, starting from housing, healthcare, education, medical system, even like a normal daily things. I started doing my personal blog to sharing my experience about how I settled my family in Monaco. Quite quickly it's getting strong. I see a strong interest. I was thinking, okay, maybe I come back to my roots and create a proper media, and that's how this idea of creating Hello Monaco starts. First of all, I start with HelloMonaco.com. It's a daily news portal, means we are doing already 10 years, like 6-7 publications daily about what is going on in Monaco, starting from sport, culture, art. Of course, we are covering the princely family, activity of Prince Albert Foundation, Princess Charlene Foundation. And the idea to start doing the magazine came from my desire to go beyond the news for more deeply stories, which is required like long storytelling. Digital first, yeah, and the magazine come a little bit later, in the 2 years. We found the niche in rich story of Principality. Grimaldi dynasty exists already over 700 years. This is the treasure for journalists because you have such a lot of interesting information and you can investigate, you can show how Monaco was transformed over these 700 years, having a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, and finally become amazing, absolutely desirable country. The real treasure of Monaco, it's people. That's why I created this kind of project. It's called WOW, Words of Wisdom. I invite prominent residents of Monaco to talk deeply. I don't answer like a simple questions. Sometimes we talk about religion if it's appropriate, success, well-being, because I truly believe that one answer can change your life. This is, I think, we found a niche. And actually, as a journalist, the interview is my favorite genre. You can get for free a lot of important and valuable things. We are now going more about events. We are doing huge event during the Grand Prix, inviting the Formula One drivers, artists, and doing some parties because Formula One is actually it's a party time. Even it's a country which is often seen as a luxury, you know, everything. But the local companies, they're small for such a, you know, like advertising in a magazine. Magazine is expensive to do. We depend on the territory. It's a 2 square kilometers. That's it. If someone open a boutique in La Russe, believe me, in Fonvier, you will know about it the same evening. This is difficult, you know. It's a special, I would say, regime how to survive here, you know. And I think as soon as you integrate it to the community as a trusted, the events might be very helpful in this way. We need connections now, more connections. I would say Monaco is an absolutely unique place in the world. The size, around 40,000 people, 144 nationalities. By itself, it looks like like a small-sized town, but it's a country with their own government, of course, princely family. I'm really impressed how big and meaningful things Monaco doing to contribute to the world. Ocean protection, sustainability. Prince Albert Foundation doing in a global scale is remarkable. And Princess Charlene Foundation, it's to prevent drowning for the young generation. It's such an amazing job. I don't feel that it's a small country. I feel it big. I'm very happy. I really love this country because of it's safe, it's beautiful, it's full of different, I would say, activities, events. I hope and try to do my best to live here all my life.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, NEWS.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week we will receive Seb Delaney, Monegasque influencer. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit NEWS.MC and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.